Welcome back to the Pilates Vitamin series where I give you a short exercise each day just so you get a little bit of movement and organization. Today we're going to do a little spinal, abdominal, core exercise heating for the body. So starting on your back, laying down, head is flat, knees are bent, and feet are flattened on the floor in line with your hips. And we're starting off in a neutral pelvis, and you'll know you're neutral from our work together. But to quickly define, it's your hip points and your pubic bone in the same plane, parallel to the floor, which allows for a little bit of space in your lower back. That doesn't mean that your ribs get to really let go. Your ribs should be dropped a bit, and your pelvis is in neutral. Now, taking from this starting position, a pelvic tilt, rounding your lower back towards the floor. You're trying to get each of your vertebrae in your low spine to contact the floor without letting your abdominals pouch out. See if you can draw them in. And then inhale, release that position back to your neutral. Don't let it go too far and everything splay, just to neutral. Exhale to round, lower back into the mat. Inhale to release. And see if you do that a couple times. Exhale to round. Again, it's not a full spinal event. Not everything responds. It's just your pelvis. And then releasing just your pelvis. Two more like that. Exhale to round your lower back into the floor, drawing the abdominals in gently. Inhale to release that position back to neutral. Last time. Exhale to round. And then inhale to release. Now we're continuing with that movement, except this time, take your hands behind your head and take a slow nod of the chin towards the chest, very gently. Curl your low ribs into the floor and let your shoulders stay calmly on your back. Now you're going to look just above your knees or at the middle of your thigh, not too high up. I don't want your head forward in your hands. I want you to let your brain rest heavy back in your hands and your skull and really use your rib cage to pull your head up without tucking under into your pelvic tilt yet. We are still in neutral. Now, same exercise. Exhale to round the lower back into the mat. Nothing else moves. Inhale to release. Don't let your head drop as you release your pelvis. You keep your curl up. Exhale to round. Don't get higher. Just stay right where you are, just the pelvis. Inhale to release. Exhale to round. And inhale to release. We do two more. And while you're doing this, you can check out the right and left sides of your pelvis and make sure that they're moving at the same speed. So one side isn't hiking as it comes up or over, reaching. It's the same shape that you're going forward and back in. Relax the head down, take a breath. Exhale, curl, nod, and curl right back to where you were. Now the right leg will come up into tabletop. When you do that, make sure you didn't disturb your whole pelvic position. You're still keeping neutral and you're keeping your head heavy and your ribs curled into the mat. So you're really supporting your head's weight through your core, through your abdominals and your rib cage. Now, same exercise. Exhale to round the lower back. Inhale to release. Exhale to round, keeping that leg very still. Last time, exhale to round. Inhale to release. Place the right foot down. Float the left leg up into that same tabletop position without disturbing your whole pelvis. You're still in neutral. Curl up a little higher. Rest your head heavier in your hands. Look above your knee. And then exhale, round into that pelvic tilt. Inhale to release. Exhale well. Really get all the air out. Inhale to release. Last time. Exhale, breathe. And inhale to release. Place that foot down. Take the rest of your head back. You know what's coming next. Both legs coming up. So start off on your exhale. Nod and curl. As you curl your ribs into the floor, you're keeping your neutral pelvis right now. You're letting your head be heavy. You take your right leg up to tabletop. Left leg up to tabletop. Don't disturb the pelvis. You're not tucking in this moment yet. You're starting in neutral and you're keeping your curl. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Inhale to release. Two more. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Inhale to release. Last time, drawing the abdominals in, lengthening your back into the floor. Inhale to release. Hug your knees into your chest, rest your head down. You can let your back fall into a little pelvic tilt position. Just do a bit of a rock side to side. And we'll add on 2 more things to this exercise. So starting from the beginning, feet down, neutral pelvis, check it out. Hands behind your head. On your exhale, nod gently, chin towards chest, curl ribs into the floor. You're keeping your head weighted in your hands and your tailbone weighted into neutral as you curl your ribs a little further down. Right leg up to tabletop, left leg up to tabletop. Now we're not pelvic tilting, we're staying in neutral now. Exhale, tap your right toes down to the ground and lift them back up. Same leg again. Try not to let your whole lower back go with that leg. You're stabilizing in your pelvis. And up. 2 more times. Exhaling down. And up. Keep your head heavy, looking just above your knees. Left side's turn. Exhale, tapping down. Inhale up. Exhale, tapping down. Inhale up. Keep drawing the belly button in towards the spine. And last time, tapping down. All the way back up. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a brief rest. You can do that little rock side to side. Now last set here, we're adding a little bit of rotation to it just to get a little more rib cage movement, which I love to do. Okay, so neutral pelvis, checking in with that again. Are you even and neutral, right and left? On your exhale, nod your chin gently, curl your ribs to come up, keeping that neutral pelvis looking just above your knees. Right leg comes to tabletop, left leg comes to tabletop. Now rotate gently towards your right side. Your left elbow will move in the direction of your right knee. You're going to stay there and try to keep your curl up. Now I don't care how far over you go. This is not about range of motion. This is just a little connection. Tap your left toes down. Inhale, come back up. Same side, you stay rotated. Inhale, come back up. 3 more. You're neutral in your pelvis, so make sure there's weight in your right hip still. Your elbows are a little wide, and you're curling through your ribs. Last time. And all the way back up. Back to center. Exhale over to the other side, tapping your right leg down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come up. Keeping weight in your left hip. Elbows a little wide. Last time, tapping down. Inhale, coming up. Back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Good job, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you feel warm and good, and I'll see you tomorrow.